It is in nature that I have learned radical self-acceptance for the true essence of who I am. Because in nature, nothing is out of place. It all belongs. The flowers on the bush may be different, but they are all beautifully unique. Nothing is the same. It is all changing. It is all as it is. And we accept that. Every cloud is a different shape, tone, and color, size in the sky, and we accept them. They just are. And we notice them just as it is. We don't try and change it. We accept the trees for how each one grows uniquely, beautifully, differently, strongly, tall or short, wide or thin. It is all just how it is. We don't shame the trees for being different. We don't shame the flowers for the ways they grow. We just accept that that's the way it is. And accept that there's a reason for it. Because nature made it so. And so I encourage you to start turning yourself into trees or into flowers and seeing yourself just as you are. Not trying to change, not trying to judge, not trying to figure out, not trying to explain, not trying to do anything really, just being with what is, being with what is available, what is present, and having that deep, radical self-acceptance move you into deep, radical love, deep, radical self-love. Can you notice the ways in which you are beautiful and the ways in which you serve a purpose rather than the opposite? Can you allow nature to remind you why you are beautiful? Because you are beautiful simply just because you exist. Let nature remind us that. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a reason. You wouldn't be watching this content if you didn't need to hear these messages and be reminded. Because I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm just reminding you of your inherent, natural, organic truth. Define yourself. Define your own relationship with yourself. Don't let others, don't let society, don't let your traumas or your triggers define who you know you are at your core. Because the more you connect with that truth, that organic timeline, the more you will align with your soul purpose and remember who you are at your core. Remember the foundation of who you are, of how you were raised, of what lights you up. Nature is our original mother. And if we do not have the capability to heal our relationships with our real human parents, we can heal our relationship with Mother Nature first. It all starts with that. Do you see yourself as separate to nature, or do you see yourself as one with nature? And ask yourself this: how can you become more connected to nature? How can you interact with nature more? Whatever that may be, however that may be, but can you take time to establish a relationship with nature? always present and not something outside of you, not something that you need to do because it's just an organic part of how you live your life. Spending time with yourself, spending time with nature, because spending time with nature is spending time with yourself. They are one in the same. And every time you spend time in nature, allow yourself to remember this. For me, being in nature is all about resetting the nervous system. It is about coming back to your body and out of your head. And when you come outside, you can get outside of your thoughts and outside of your micro perceptions of reality. It's really a way to connect back to the stillness that is the everlasting presence of life, and just come home to yourself by being real with yourself. When you are calm, when you are still, when there is silence, what comes up for you? When we spend time in nature, it really reattunes our vibration, the frequency of our body and of our mind and of our soul to the natural frequencies of the natural world. We start to slow down. There's less of a rush. There's less anxiety because everything is happening in the present. You start to experience the world through your senses and through your body rather than through the perceptions of your mind. You can just slowly tune in and feel the sensations, hear the sounds. There's fly buzzing in my ear, the wind against my skin, the noise of a happy dog in its natural habitat, the sun on my skin, the warmth, the glow, the bright light. We can really reset our bodies and reset our nervous system by being in nature and just breathing deep belly breaths. Because in nature, everything is perfect. Everything is in harmony with each other. And so when we come outside and we experience nature from this personal, subjective way, we can also calm and be reconnected to the present moment and reconnected to our divinely perfect essence, that higher self, soul essence that is always available beyond the chatter and judgments of the mind and beyond the sensations of the body. Can you become consciousness witnessing itself? In nature, we can become that. We can flow and join our frequency with that is, with what is all one, with what is always present, with what is always available to us, connected to the elements: earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Can you listen? Can you hear all the sounds of activity of life. Can you reattune yourself? Can you just witness? Can you just notice? Can you allow the wind to speak to you? Can you allow the sun to absorb into your skin? Can you just be and feel life? Be a bystander for once. Rather than making things happen, can you just witness? Be a witness to what happens around you. You are still, but everything else is moving and changing. You are but a feather in the wind. Being in nature reminds me that I can exhale and just relax, knowing that everything will be taken care of. It is done. It is already so, because I make it that way, because I choose it to be that way. I choose to surrender and allow for my trust in myself, my trust in the universe, my trust in God, my trust in the natural way to guide me in my decisions and to boost my intuition as I stay true to what is in my heart and follow the intuitive nudges that are like breadcrumbs along my journey.